Hello, violin students. So, we're going to start a new lesson today. First thing, what we need to do is tune our instruments. And now, I can't tune them for you now, so you're going to need some help in tuning your instrument. Okay? Some of you, mm, some of you guys have tuners. I can't remember if you guys do. I know that ukulele students do have tuners, but I don't know that the violin students do. So if you have a tuner, that's something that you attach. I don't think you guys do. Probably you attach to the bridge. I never use those things. Like I've always tuned by ear. That's how I learned to tune. But I think there are some violin tuners that you attach it to the bridge and it will tell you if it's in tune or not. So when you're tuning, I'd say get somebody to help you. What you need to be careful with is the E string, because the E string can break, and it may break kind of easy. The E string, if it breaks, don't panic. You just we get another E string. You can either order it online. They're not expensive. Then you just have to restring it. That's a little bit tricky. Um, Hopefully, so just don't be careful turning the E string. If you turn it too tight, it'll snap. The other strings probably won't happen too. But the E string, since it's so thin, that can happen. All right. So how do you tune it? You have to turn your pegs. First, you're gonna listen. First, you're gonna play it and listen. So, if you have the tuner, as you pluck it and it will register what note it's closest to. Like it's an A. So you start with the A. Okay? And it's going to tell you whether it's too low or it's too high. Okay? If you don't have a tuner, you have to just use your ear. And I will put in the description a tuner online on YouTube, a link. So it will play all of the notes, and you have to listen and tune it using the pegs. So it's simple with the violin. You either when you're turning it away from the bridge, like if you're holding it like this and you're turning it up, when you're turning it up, it gets tighter. As you bring it back towards you, it goes looser. Okay? Ukulele, guitar, it's different, but this is how it is on the violin on both sides. Okay? As you go away, it gets tighter. Because it's just very simply wrapped around the pegs. That's it. It's a very simple mechanism, not like guitar or ukulele that uses a different sort of mechanism up here. It's very basic. It's just into the peg, turn back, turn it away, turn it up, towards up. That gets tighter and tighter. Away from you gets a little bit looser. So you're gonna have to just listen to the note that they're telling you, what string it should be, and match it. If you have to move it, usually it's gonna loosen. That's most likely what will happen to your peg. They'll loosen it, it'll be too low, and you'll have to tighten it. As you tighten it, you have to push in a little bit so that it stays. Because if you just move the peg, that's what's different about also a guitar or ukulele. You can just turn it, it'll stay. These are held in there just by it's kind of shoved in there. So you have to push in and turn. So this is why you really need an adult to do it. If the kids do it, if you just turn it, it won't stay. It'll slip, and then it'll be like worse off than it was before. So I hope it goes okay. I hope you get it in tune. Now, here's what I'm going to do with you guys today. Whether or not you got all of the strings sounding good, it should work. Okay, the lesson we're going to do today. I'm going to teach you putting the second finger down, and I'm going to teach you Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, and we're only going to use one string for it. Okay, so it won't matter if these are in tuned to each other. You know what I mean? So if you want to say, I don't want to get involved in the tuning, no worries, don't tune, and just leave it like it is, and it will work for them, because we'll just stay on one string. Okay, so that being said, that was a very long intro. So now if you go back to this to practice, you go 5 minutes in, and then you're in the right spot. Okay, so here we are. I'm in sitting rest position. Okay, I'm sitting in this position. I'm going to grab my instrument. I'm going to hold it out. My arm is straight. Holding it out, see? Turn it upside down on my shoulder. You guys know all of this by now. So now, as I'm doing this, you see my head is facing this way. So I have to turn my body. I'm not going to turn my instrument. I'm not going to go like this. I'm going to turn my whole body. That as I'm looking out here, I'm facing you. That's what you should be doing right now. As you shift your whole body like a little, not twisting yourself around or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to play, we're going to start on the A string, okay, on the A string. Now, let's just play. I've tuned my instrument so it's in tune. If yours sounds different, don't worry about it. Just echo me. We're going to do some rhythm echoing. Remember, we get our thumb. Should be up, right. Don't have your thumb underneath the bridge. It should be kind of up, and your hand goes around. So a nice plucking position like this. All right, you guys know how to pluck. All right, here we go. So I'm going to do a rhythm, and you copy it, okay? So here it is. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. On A. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta. Great. Just a little warm up. All right, now we're going to get our fingers in position. Now, some of you guys were absent on Friday, so you didn't get to have the piece of tape put here. Some of you who were in school on Friday, you got a piece of tape marking where you put your first finger. If you did not get that, don't worry. You can still use your ears, okay? On the violin is really important. Ukulele, a guitar, they have these things called frets, which automatically helps the player to play each note exactly in tune, because as they put their finger anywhere in the fret, it will still play in tune. On violins, you've got to listen. Be constantly listening to make sure your note is in tune. All right, so it's really important. Listen, listen, listen. Okay, so here we are. Put your hands like this. Slide it all the way back till you hit here. Make your fingers boxy. Okay, get your boxy fingers. So let's see. Okay, that's about where your first finger should be. Now, what's that going to sound like? Do, re, do, re, do, re. And what do you think your second finger will sound like? Mi, do, re, mi. That's what we're going to be listening for. As you're playing, your open string is do. Your first finger is re. Your second finger is mi. Take a look. There will be a space between your first finger and your second finger. There needs to be a space between first and second. And it needs to sound like do, re, mi. Okay? Violins, you have to use your ears. If you didn't tune it, it doesn't matter. It might not sound exactly like my do, re, mi at this moment, but as long as it sounds like do, re, mi, it will be okay. All right, listen again. I'm going to play mine. Ah. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Now I'll sing it up high, where it is. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. You got that? Do, re, mi. Okay? You can do that on every single string. You can play do, re, mi. Let's try it on the D string now. Okay? Let's just go. All right, D string. So let's do ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. Ti, ti, ta, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Good. Now we're going to play do, re, mi on the D string. Do is the open string. Re is the first finger. It's exactly the same place, right? If you notice, the tape goes across all of the strings. It will always be in the same spot. First finger and second finger. That's do, re, mi. Just exactly as it was on the A string. It'll be exactly that way on the D string. Except the do will be a different do. So let's listen to what it sounds like. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Now, take a look. If you're having a hard time, remember, your fingers need to be boxy like that. You need to be coming down onto the string with the very tip of your finger. Look at my fingernails. You see them? They're way too long. I have to cut my fingers. I haven't been practicing violin. I haven't been practicing violin. You can tell by looking at my fingernails. They're way too long. All right, I will clip them in the next video. They'll be nice and short. Because if they're too long, then you can't get your fingertip onto the string really well. That's why. You can't get your fingertip on, okay? Let's do it again. We can do the exact same thing on the G string, do, re, mi. So let's start on the G string. Just do some rhythms on the G string. How about ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ti, 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 ta, ta. Ta, ti, ti, ta. All right. So now, get your fingers there. Your hands, go back. Your fingers, guess what? Exact same spots. Exact same spots. The first finger is going to be the same spot, just on this different string. Second finger, a little bit different, a little bit further away. And we're going to be listening for do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Okay? That's what we are going to be practicing. We can do it on the E string too. Okay, I didn't do it on the E string yet, but now let's pick the D string for now. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're going to learn to play that. If you can play do, re, mi, oh boy, there's lots of songs we can play. We're going to do it now. So we are going to get ourselves ready for Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Mary starts on the note mi. Okay, so let's go back to our D string. Do, re, mi. Okay? That's our second finger. Now listen to what we're going to do. See what I did? I went for my second finger. Mary had. So I went two, second finger, first finger, open string, back to the first finger, back to the second finger. Mary had a little lamb. Okay, that's the beginning. Let's try that. Go slow, relax. Make sure your fingers are boxy, like this. Make sure that you're coming down on the, I'm going to hold it upside down so you can see. It's your fingertip. It's your fingertip that plays on the fingerboard. Starting with your second finger, I'm going to hold it like this so you can see. Mary had a little lamb. The next note. Lift up the second finger, only the first finger. Little lamb. Put the second finger back down. Little lamb. That's it for today. That's a lot, okay? That's a lot to do. So work on that. Practice your do, re, mi, and we're going to practice Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm going to show you it again, all together. We're going to start with our second finger. Mary had a little lamb. First finger. Little lamb. Back to the second finger. Little lamb. That's it for now. Okay? Get that mastered. I'll teach you the end of the song next time. Okay? Try it on any string. You don't even need to tune your instrument to play that. You can play it because we're just doing it on one string. Pick whatever string you want. Practice it on all your strings. Okay? Do it. Yay! Then make a video of yourself doing it. Send the video to me. Have your mom or dad send it to me, either by email, post it on Facebook page or on the Facebook group, private message me. I will take a look. I can give you some tips on how to fix it. Okay, but this is how we do it. On each string, you can do Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. And that's it for now, okay? Good job. Keep practicing, and I can't wait to see how well you're doing. See you later.